When it comes to ISIL's vast weapons stash, research from Amnesty International latest report out pins the blame on reckless global arms trading. In fact, this report says that more than 100 different types of arms and ammunition have been used in Iraq and Syria by the terrorists. The majority of Islamic State fighters are equipped with weapons seized from the Iraqi army. The terrorists swept across the country in 2014, gathering up the ammunition left behind by fleeing troops. During the US-led military intervention in Iraq, coalition forces sent weapons in bulk to Iraqi armed forces, despite the lack of discipline and raging corruption in the ranks. Hundreds of thousands of those weapons went missing and are still unaccounted for. So let's focus in on them for a minute. Let's take a look at some of the most advanced weapons in the jihadist arsenal. Well, first off, there's the TOW anti-tank missile system, produced in the US and supplied to the Iraqi army. It was also delivered as well to the so-called moderate opposition in Syria in 2014, and there's more. There's the M4 assault rifle, also produced in America. That was supplied again to the Iraqi army and later found in the hands of radicals, just like the Stinger anti-aircraft missile system. Again, highly technically advanced. It's got an 8-kilometre detection capability. Now, of course, Washington has never denied supplying any of this type of weaponry to the region.
I mean, first of all, we have supplied some of the Syrian forces that are fighting ISIL in northern Syria. We talked about that before.
We talked to the author of the Amnesty International report earlier, Patrick Wilkins. He says that the problem Middle East arms proliferation is deepening.
I think that points to a fundamental problem in the region of porous weapons supplies across the region, proliferation that is deepening and worsening the human rights crisis we're seeing across Syria and Iraq. And what we're calling for is that all supplier states must look much more closely and carry out much more rigorous risk assessments in order to secure supplies where necessary and to ensure that those supplies can be managed and are not used to abuse human rights. There are measures that could be put in place, and there are joint initiatives to secure stockpiles, train soldiers, to ensure that the risk is mitigated.